Today's take is on a 1867 sheild nickel. These are made from 1866 to 1883. The U.S. Mint can trace its history back to the early days of the United States itself. Confederacy just about on the obverse. After the country was founded, the U.S. government realized that the need for unique coinage, and by 1793 the first U.S. Mint building in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was erected. This first facility was tasked with producing all of the country's coinage, but before long it was operating at full capacity, forcing there to be more mint facilities created. During the early years, the U.S. Mint created coinage utilizing coin banks from other parts of the world, but that practice was inevitably gone away with. Having been in existence for more than 200 years, the Mint has produced many coins that are nowadays highly valued in the eyes of collectors. One of those coins are known as the sheild nickel, and its 5-cent coin was produced through the mid parts of the 19th century. The U.S. nickel is just one of many 5-cent pieces produced in the U.S. Mint, but especially renowned simply because the time period during which it was minted. So these could go like between 15 and 400 bucks. It's 75% copper, 25% nickel. So the designer is by James B. Longcare. And on the obverse right here is a demonstration surrounded by 5 stars separated by rays. But for 1867, this is surrounded by stars. And right here is the shield representing the United States. Yeah, if this camera can focus, I don't know if y'all can see the year. I don't even think I can see the year myself. And you get a penalty for getting too close. But yeah, that's how worn it is. But it's supposed to be confirmed to be 1867. Oh boy. I've been getting settled in with my day. Oh my goodness, dude. But let's, so introduced in the 1866 as the first United States 5-cent piece struck on a copper nickel. So it's an early proof coin that was created for achievable purposes and acted as prototypes prior to the massive minting. And during this year, the British Parliament passed the North American Act, later known as the Constitution Act, to create domination of Canada. In this year, on April 9th, the treaty organizing the purchase was ratified. Alaska became a state in 1959. Per-acre purchase price of Alaska paid U.S. Russian to 1867 was 2 cents. But in America, the senators around this year approved of the treaty of the purchase of April 9th by President Andrew Johnson, who was the president at this time, who signed a treaty on May 28th, and Alaska was formally transferred to the United States on October 18th, 1867, because I remember America bought Alaska from Russia, so the purchase ended Russia's presence of North America and ensured U.S. across the Pacific Northern Rim. So that's much to say for that year. And for PF66 Cameo, adding detail to the coin was problematic due to the hard nickel composition. Stars and burrs. North didn't like it. Symbolizes the Confederacy made, which I explained it's on the back. Only for 1 month. Historical coin create for years for your sheild coin collection. This rare coin, similar ones, is $15, and like I said, MS and up can be valued up to $400. I didn't get a Confederate coin yet, but this is an example of Confederacy here. But didn't get a Confederate coin just yet. So, excuse me, Matthews 19:23 through 24. Matthews 19:23 through 24. And it reads, But when the young man heard that saying, he was away sorrowful, for he had great passions. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that rich men shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, With man this impossible, but with God all things are possible. The image of the largest animals in the Levant, a camel passing through a small opening, was an often used metaphor for impossible events. The salvation of rich people, tempted as they are to trust themselves in their possessions, is possible only by divine miracle. Thus I have read Matthew chapter 19 verses 24 through 26. Lakeview John is out.